When you first load the reports, the stock overview page is the first one that will load. If you come across the data saying it's blank and these are all empty on the tables, it generally means that you've not set your team ID. So you will be issued a team ID on project upload. When you click this drop down, you will only see one option in here if you're a single user, and when that's selected it will load your data in. You only need to do that the first time, and you should never have to do it again. So just having a look at the stock overview page, we have the team ID selector, we have the average SAP score in the window. So these numbers all reflect whatever the selection is, and I'll show you as we change selections how these numbers change. The 568 number here is telling us the number of properties that are worse than our C target. So these are the D, E, F and Gs. We can see a breakdown of the EPC bands that we have. We can also see the property type breakdown, and as we hover over this we'll get a pop-up which will tell us the property type and the number of each property and percentage of our stock. We have a map showing the location of the properties where we can zoom in and we can make selections on here. This table down here is shown as a breakdown of the archetype of property type, the number of each, the carbon, total carbon associated with all of these property types, the average carbon per property, the average EPC and the average heat demand. So you can see here we've got all the different numbers. We can click on the tops of any of these columns. So if we wanted to see the highest number of properties by archetype, or the properties that were given out the highest amount of carbon, things like which property type has the highest heat demand. So you can see here it's the detached bungalows. We've got 21 of them. They've got an average heat demand of 146.8. So that's kilowatt hours per meter squared per annum. So what you can do as soon as you click on any of these tables, you can see you have options. So you can pin the visual, you can copy the data as an image, and you can just paste this into a report. You can add, this actually tells you which filters are on this. So it's showing you the EPC rating is less than or equal to 100. It's Team ID 290, which is our demo data account. You'll also see here we have a button which puts you into focus mode, which will make it full screen so that you can see better. And we also have the three dots here that allows us to export the data. So it keeps it a bit simpler. You can also here, sort the data. It's just the same as clicking the tops of the columns. And this table is showing you the actual individual properties. So you can see the data. Again, you can click this and it will show you the highest carbon output property you have. You can filter by any metric. Anything that you click on the report will update. So if I click the detached bungalows, you can see this map updates to show me the location of the 21 bungalows. We can see it's telling me the average SAP for those bungalows, the number that are less than C, and then there's going to be a tiny little metric in here. And then it filters and shows me the 21 bungalows that we have. If you want to select more than one metric from a table, you just hold down the control button and click, and you can select different combinations. So you can see every time I've clicked there, the map's updated, and we have updates on the SAP score and the average numbers. To clear the filter from here, if you just click one of the metrics to select it and then click it again, it will reset the whole table. So certainly the things you can do here, you can click just your things like your D-rated properties and it will filter it by the Ds, so you can see where they are, or the Cs, any way you want to really. The filters down the side here allow you to delve into that data further and further. So it might be you only want to look at your semi-detached houses. So we can pick semi-detached, get rid of the bungalow, so we've just got the house attached. Maybe you only want to look at the ones that are electricity as the fuel. And wall type, let's just say, are filled cavities. So there you can see it's pulled it down. It's telling us we've got 19 properties that meet this criteria. This is a breakdown of them, the average SAP, and these are the 19 properties in there. And if I want, I can pull that data out and see the information. So certainly we can reset these filters just by clicking the clear selections button, and it will reset all those values. On any table, if you click it and you go to the advanced filters, it will then give you additional filters on the contents of this table. So if I click on this table, you'll see that the filters change. So what we can do here is we can say, like, only show me items, properties that are aged less than 1952 and older than 1890. And when we click apply filter, it will filter our data, and it'll do that instantly for us. So I could make this, you know, it's less than 1938. Apply the filter, and we'll see the table update straight away. So when we're applying these filters, it's only applying it to the table, not the whole page. And to clear the filter, you can just press that button there and it'll clear it. So these advanced filters are available for every report page. On these pages, well, on the stock overview page, there's not a huge amount of data in the tables, so the advanced filter isn't of huge use. But as we look at further tables further on, you'll see the benefit of it.